I mean, you have a group that I think right now has three healthy scholarship guys and a lot of walk-ons. What's your goal this spring with that group with so many guys out?
Repping them all. That's been the biggest thing, is getting our eyes on all these guys. They're all very talented in their own way. They all have different skill sets. They bring you know, different skill sets to the table. So it's been good to mix the roster, the depth chart around, just to get a taste of what everyone can do.
And what are you trying to do right now with those injured guys and Jake right now to kind of get them up to speed and get them a part of this and learning the defense? Take me through what you do with them.
Yeah, they're very much involved in what we do. In fact, each one of them mentors two of the other guys on the active roster. So they learn exactly what everyone else is learning, and we kind of use those guys to teach on the off time. So but we do get them involved too. They're involved in certain things during practice, and they're in all of our meetings and whatnot. So it's been really good to have them mentoring the guys that are actually practicing right now.
What have you learned about Jake or Tariq or Kalon so far?
They're pros, and that's kind of what I was expecting. They're students of the game. They love football. They love their teammates, their team guys. So it's been really fun, being around them and seeing how they interact in this, in their own situations.
Thanks, Andy.
Hey, Andy, kind of building off of Jeremy talking about Jake Hansen. What was your reaction when you found out he was going to be coming back, and what does that help do to this linebacker room, having him back in the fold for this coming season?
Yeah, obviously, I was super excited to have such a veteran guy come back. Especially since that wasn't what we were expecting. So that was awesome to hear that he was coming back and adding to what we really feel like is already a really nice or a good room. So yeah, just him coming back and the experience that he brings, the leadership that he brings, the talent that he brings, and and then obviously the play that he's already done is awesome. So we're pretty fired up to have him back.
And I know you were hired before Coach Kane was here. What has it been like to work with him and those guys he's brought up from the defensive line into the outside linebackers room?
The question about is it a question about Coach Kane?
Yeah, what's it been like working with Coach Kane?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Coach Kane and I know each other. We met about 10 years ago, and talked linebacker play back when he was at the University of Illinois and I at Wisconsin. So we've crossed paths, several times, whether that was through a clinic or just on the cell, on a phone talking about certain things. But it's been really great. He's an awesome guy. He's he brings a lot to the to our room, and with his defensive coordinator background and his linebacking background, it's been awesome to learn from him, and it's definitely made our room really good.
Thanks, Andy.
Hey, Andy, good to see you. Joey Wagner from 24/7 Sports. I'm curious, you and Brett obviously worked together before, but what do you kind of read out of him now that he's got the chance to be back in this position in college and, at the front of the room and running a spring ball? Are you noticing anything about the way he's kind of taking it in? Or I guess, what do you just kind of read about how he's handling it?
Yeah, he's a pro. I mean, I've been around a lot of guys, and I don't want to compare, but he is one of the best. The University of Illinois in Champaign, he hit a home run hiring Brett Bielema. And he'll probably tell you the same things. He's improved in a lot of areas. But I thought when I was with him at the University of Wisconsin that he was one of the best, and now since the the few years that I've been away from him, it's even improved so much more. I'm learning so much from him, and he's teaching. He is teaching our football team how to be champions every day, every single day. Not only the players, but the coaches and the staff. And that's what's been the most impressive thing that I've seen, since I've been away from him.
Is that something like, I don't want to say surprise, but that is the biggest change, I guess, in the 10 years? Is there like an example or anything that you can point to?
Well, I think the biggest thing that has changed from the University of Wisconsin to here is he's way more involved in teaching teaching the entire team the basics of football, and the importance of not losing a game, and just opening our eyes to a lot of different situations. I feel like our team's becoming situational masters right now, and I think a lot of teams lose games, on Sundays. They don't win them. They lose them before it even starts because of certain situations that they're not aware of. And coach is doing a great job of teaching us all the just the small details of things like that.
And if I could get one about a guy, I mean, we don't know much because we haven't seen him, CJ Hart, but what have your reads been on him, and what's he add to this room?
Yeah, we love CJ Hart. He's having an incredible spring practice. The first 6 days have been really good. He's extremely intelligent. He's very talented. He's fast. He's plays with a lot of power. He's got a lot of energy. He's got some field presence to him. He adds a ton. We're really excited to have him. He's been a great addition to the linebacking core, and you're going to see some good things from him in the fall.
Thanks, Andy.
Mhm.
Coach Boo, you've spoken a little bit about the depth chart and not having a lot of the scholarship guys. How difficult does that make it for you come the fall when putting together a depth chart, just because you haven't seen so many of the guys in front of you?
Yeah, good question. No, I don't think it's that hard. I mean, we're it's given some of the younger guys and some of our walk-ons a opportunity to show us what they have, and it's been awesome. Like I think from top to bottom, each one of the guys has something to add. None of them are misplaced. They all belong here. They're all intelligent. They love football. They play it and study it the right way, and it's been showing up on the practice field. Very pleased.
So when you are evaluating a lot of these guys that are injured, I'm sure you're doing it now as you evaluate the guys who are in practice. Is it a lot of just film from last season and practice, or are you even going back to high school for them too, I guess?
No, yeah, obviously we went back and evaluated each one of those guys. Every guy on our roster was evaluated. But from here on out, we'll just evaluate off of what they show us when they get back. Obviously the guys that played last year showed us a lot, so we feel pretty comfortable with what their capabilities are.
Thanks, Coach.
If I could get one more, Andy, we've heard everybody talk really highly of Tank Wright. What's your read on him? What's he been able to do with some of those guys?
Yeah, Tank's absolutely one of the best I've been around. His energy, his intelligence, his details are just second to none out there, and we all love him just because we all feel like he's the secret weapon around here. We all feel that way about him as a staff, but I think you would hear the same things from our players. They absolutely think the world of him, and he's been able to build that relationship in a short period of time. So it's awesome.
And I think Aaron Henry said like Tank has a way to command a room, just the way his personality. Is that true? What does that look like in real time?
Oh gosh, he's just being himself. He's got he's got some presence to him when he walks into a room, and You know, he just has a way about him that's really special. It's hard to emulate something like that. You know, he's just being himself, and it's very authentic, and I think the kids really love that about him.
Cool. Thank you.
Andy, I just had a general question about your position group. What do you need out of linebackers in this defense?
What do we need? We just need consistency. We need guys that play square, that are good tacklers, that understand leverage, understand their role within the defense, and guys that play extremely hard, and that play with fanatical effort. Those are things, and we need leadership. We need guys at that position to lead us. They have their shoulders back, their eyes forward, and they're commanding the defense with their voices and how they play every day. And I think we got a room full of them. I really believe that from top to bottom, each one of them are capable of leading our defense.